Good morning, Justin. How are you doing? I am just getting set up here real quick, as usual. Then we can get started. I'm going to try to give everybody some time to hop in here with us. What are you doing? Oh yeah, we're about to hit 1,000 likes on our Facebook page. Cool. So you're up about. How much did you pay for your option, Justin? Because we did the same thing. We actually hopped on a Discord call right before so we could exit at the same time. Fortunately, we were all able to be up at least 20% on the trade. Happy to see that. That's what we're looking for. 20% and up. 10 to 20% minimum, but 20% and up. And that's how you win, ultimately. Give me just a second. I'm still getting everything set up on my end. The community's getting bigger, so it's taking a little bit more to do that in the mornings now. I need like 3 of me. 183. So, what was that? 10%. You were just shy of 20% then, but ultimately that's what it's about. Now we have a little bit more buying power. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, man? Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm giving everyone a little bit of time to hop in here with us. Of course, I have 3 Discord communities to branch this out over. Also, if you're on our Discord community, I am in the voice chat, and I will be sharing my screen there as well, so you can have more up-to-date, real time, basically. For any newcomers, you can find my Discord in the description below. Okay, got that there, and then Strike said that I could promote this in there, so. Excuse me. Who we got in here? Julian, good morning, man. Alright, we got Justin, Julian, Jeff. Looks like we got somebody else hopped in with us. If you can let me know who you are, that way I can give you a good shout out for being here with us this morning. If you're new here, welcome to Millennial Investments. If not, welcome back. I need my second cup of coffee. This is my first one, so I might run over to go get that. Just to move forward in the small account challenge, what I am considering doing today is potentially shorting the SPY. Now, a lot of people might wonder why, and that's due to the fact that it's hit an all-time high. I was looking at plays on the SQQQ, QQQJ, and TQQQ. All right, let's have a look at them. Let's take a gander. I'm tracking the markets right now. I tracked them at 7:30 or 23, and I'm already starting to see some pullback. U.S. equities, the average between them, and when I say this, is flat, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. That being said, the NASDAQ and the SPY are up, but the Dow Jones and the Russell are down. That's why I say that, and you can see it's giving it a score of flat right there on U.S. equities. International equities, it looks like the system's picking back up on the DAX. It wasn't yesterday, so it's throwing off our numbers. It's currently up with a score of 3. VIX is down about 0.5%. And then, good morning, Rich. How you doing, man? Crude's down about 1.4, so you can see those plays pull back. Copper, precious metals, of course, is down, so we don't see too many people hedging in that direction. And then Australian dollar to the yen, I believe Japanese yen is up for the most part. So I'm going to be tracking the markets. It's, as you can see from yesterday's performance, from yesterday about this time, overall markets are up about 0.41%. U.S. equities up about 0.28. SPY is up about 2.8. But see, I have to fix something in the system. It's showing the same percentage right here, and I think that's a glitch I gotta fix. So I'm not gonna base it off of that. VIX is down another 4.66%, which is good. I really want to see where the VIX is sitting before we go any further, just so I can know what price level it's at. It's basically been above $20 since the COVID pandemic started, and as you can see, we're actually breaking below that for the first time in a long time, really. Let's see. Once again, if you're not on our Discord, you can join us on a voice call on Discord now. I actually have the ability to add in your audio. That can allow for you to ask questions live now. I will share the voice channel for anyone that might be new and is not currently on our Discord. Here. Let me see. Generate new link. Boom. All right. And I'm dropping it in the chat now. So you can actually join us on a voice call moving forward. We look forward to utilizing Discord a little bit more so that we can bring in other traders and they can discuss their trades and their strategies and further assist the community overall in growth and different ways of playing the markets and stuff like that. So that's why I was really interested in doing that. And for the most part, if you join the Discord, voice channel, I ask that you go on mute until you have a question. Just let me know that you have a question, whether it be in the chat, but you can, comment on anything, get answers to your questions quicker. Good morning, Justin. How are you doing? Glad you're with us. And overall, we're using this Discord versus the Investors Talk because we're doing our small account challenge there. And I don't want to, let that get mixed up with anything else that we do have going on with Investors Talk. We still promote that, and that's still a strong community to be a part of. Some great educational tools there. I'm sitting here watching some of the numbers that were coming in. We had some retail numbers this morning, and retail sales month over month was down an extra 2.5% versus expectations at -3%. That's concerning. Prior was at 5.3 positive. So we're already down 8.3 basis points in retails. Core retail sales was down as well. Expectations was 0.1%. It was actually down 2.7%. A total of, I want to say, what was that, 8.6% since last month. So that's a little concerning. Of course, the SPY is still pushing up right now. I'm not sure if it's hit the market yet. Import prices were up about 0.1%. A little bit lower than prior, about 0.1 as well, though. And then export prices were up about 0.6%, about 1.1 or 9.9% lower than last month. So seeing it come down just a little bit, still higher than expectations, though. The SPY just crossed over 397, all-time highs, of course. It's constantly retesting those all-time highs. With it doing that, I'm not really sure if I'm looking forward to buying calls on the SPY, because this could revert and go the opposite direction on us easily. So let me do this here. Give me 1 second. How do you do it? It's voice channels. Voice chat is open. I'm watching the US 10-year. It actually propped up to, where was it? It hit 1.6 again. It's at 1.599 right now. And currently showing signs of pullback. So let me pull that up for us so we need to keep an eye on that as rising rates go up. The Fed is having their 2-day meeting. I want to see if J Powell is going to revert to saying anything crazy to bring the markets down like he did before. But these days, people have such high expectations that it's easy to disappoint them. So I'm not sure how that's going to weigh on the markets, but I'm definitely looking to see. I see we have about 8 people in here. If you can let me know who you are in the chat. If you're new here, welcome. You've been here, welcome back. Good morning. Hope you're getting your coffee. I had the Discord link in the chat for you to join us on the voice chat to ask any of your questions in real time. Also get real feedback at the same time, with there being like a 2 to 3 second lag, I believe, on the YouTube stream for some reason. But I mean, it's understandable. But anyways, what's up, Jeff? I see you're in there right now. I don't know how that's going to play out for people that are actually watching the live stream, like if they're going to have the audio playing from the Discord but muted from the live stream. I'm not sure. But anyways, see, we got a few more people hopping in here. All right, let's get started. So I was highly interested in our small account challenge for the morning, and potentially shorting the SPY. Now, I wouldn't want to do this until tomorrow, because the day that the SPY hits all-time highs, the next day is when it typically pulls back. The fact that it's hitting all-time highs in pre-market, it could pull back at market open on us. But I think that's going to push up a lot of investor sentiment, and so we're going to see the SPY slowly continue to tick up. The QQQ hit 320 this morning. We were looking at that yesterday. We wanted to see what our options would have been at if we were to hold overnight. We would have been $1 up. So you would have probably seen close to, I can't remember what the delta on it was exactly. I can look up on the side here. But we were up about 20% on the challenge, which is what we want to see every day, at least 10 to 20%. And then, it just compounds from there, and it builds up the buying power so we can kind of spread out. I think one mistake I made personally in my own option trading and in my own small account is that I was too spread out. And I hopped in some things that I thought were going to run, and they didn't. They are kind of picking up today. NEO was actually up above $45. It seems like it's having issues staying above that. And I'm looking for Palantir to hit 28. But it looks like it can't even get across 27 for me. So I might be hopping out of those and utilizing that cash elsewhere, that equity or capital elsewhere to trade, which will allow me to If I do play the downturn on the SPY, then I will short it short term intraday and then call on it on the way back up. And I honestly could play with the buying power I built off of this small account challenge. I honestly could play the ups and downs all day, with buying in and out of options and pretty much compound my profits until I hit my minimum and I can stop or I can keep going. But that, of course, would risk my minimum. What was I looking at? QQQ. So we had bought, was it the March 26th calls that we bought yesterday? I'm sorry, I've slept since then. So, and I think we bought into, I can't even remember. I can look on my orders. Can somebody remind me which calls we bought into yesterday? Like I said, I need my second cup of coffee, honestly. Was it the March 26th 325s or something like that? Or the 320? I think it was the 325. So we're gonna see it jump about $35, additional $35, which would be about another 10% that we missed out on. Of course, you got to account for the theta burn overnight, so that was $20. So we would have seen about $15 once it laid out. Wasn't worth the hold, basically. And just to get my point across, yeah, 325. Okay, cool. So yeah, it wouldn't have been really worth the hold if we held overnight. We would have at least broke even with the markets kind of gapping up. As you can see, QQQ is currently trading at yeah, I know some people got like 325, 326, and 327 due to the fact that they were able to catch the options that we bought into and stuff like that. But as you can see, QQQ is currently trading at we're looking at 320 going up to 321. So honestly, it could have bounced $2 and still we would have been up about 40, 50 more dollars on it if we held. I just don't like risking holding future calls overnight. If I'm gonna do anything on calls or trying to play the overall markets, I don't risk overnight holds due to gap ups or gap downs or gap ups, depending on if I have calls or options. I mean, puts, of course. Man, I really need that other cup of coffee. I'm probably about to go hop it. Go get me another cup real quick if you guys don't mind. Tesla is trending sideways for the most part, just to let you know where the EV space is before we go into today. And I don't know where Bitcoin is. Let me look. But I know it pulled back. I know Bitcoin hit like 54,000 again, topping out right about, pulled down to 54,000, bounced back up to 56 or so, and now it's right back at 55. So we're a little sideways there. It looks like it's losing momentum on the 1 hour though, so I expect that to pull back down and find that continued support around the 53670. So pay attention to that going into the rest of the day for your crypto plays. They could potentially pull back on you. But it looks like it's having strong momentum loss on the 30-minute, and I think it's going to follow on the 1 hour. So we could actually see this bounce back to those 49, 194 levels that I identified before. So just something to pay attention to. But back to what I was saying. I am really looking at shorting the SPY. I think that would be a great play. We could do some. I can pull up our option chain here. Let me do it this way. Pop that open real quick. Close this out. Close this out. There we go. There's our option chain. I was working on the mobile app last night, so I was up to like 1 o'clock working. It seems like my job doesn't start until the market closes. This is what it feels like. But anyways, so let's look at some of these potentials that we can go after. Now, if I'm expecting the SPY to pull back, I'm almost thinking that's going to weigh down on the QQQ as well. So we could honestly do one or the other, especially with the QQQ gapping up and it being around 321. We could actually do like a put option, a real quick put option on it to like 319, 318 even, and get some decent prices for that under our small account challenge. So let me see. what do we have? Let me look over here with you. Typically, when I do my puts, if I'm gonna do a put, it's about 7 days out because I can find some reasonable prices. Like we could go if we were gonna do the split that I was talking about. We could go with this 387 call right here for $1. It's actually going to be a lot cheaper because of the fact of theta is going to kick into these options, and then the fact that the SPY is up almost. It's not quite 40 cents, but it's going to add into it. So we could probably look at these 388s below $1, catch that for $1, let it pull back on us if it is going to. Of course, we need the confirmations. I'm just speculating right now. Let it pull back to probably about 393, 394, if not lower than that. But then catch the reversal signal to buy back in another call option to the upside, which we could honestly buy a little bit longer out. It really doesn't matter though because we're not looking at holding these long term anyways. So at least 7 days, 6 days out gives you a nice buffer. So with that being said, we would look back at the $400 calls at that point, maybe in the 397s. We might see some of that pull down because this will drop $50 for every dollar it drops. So if it drops 3, you can expect this $230 option call to come down to probably about 80 cents to $1 itself. So we could recall that 397 one more time on the swing. So the play here would be ride the probably 388, 389 put options down for $1 per contract, or so $100, and then ride the calls for the 396 through 397s back up. Of course, we have a little bit more buying power than where we started yesterday. Good morning, Antoine. Glad you could join us, man. I see we have about 8 people here. I know I have the Justins in here, Jeff's in here, Julian, Reg, now Antoine. If you can let me know who's in here with us outside of those people, I'd love to give you a shout out for being here. Thank you for supporting the live stream. Of course, I know it's very early in the morning, and a lot of people are still getting up, getting ready for work and stuff like that. So, anyways, moving forward though, oh, I forgot. We have a large group now on Facebook, just to add something in real quick, that has about 45,000 members, and I have the ability to make these live streams an announcement. So maybe we can get some more traffic coming in here with this, some more people with some more potential stocks and stuff like that. That's what it's about. Ultimately, I still ask you all to share this live stream yourself if you don't mind, on Facebook, Twitter, Discord, wherever you feel comfortable, just to let everybody know what we're doing here. Other than that, I appreciate you all for just being here simply. But moving forward though, like I said, I think we can go with that type of setup. That'll give us some of your accounts should be about either 200 flat or 220, 230 at this point. And so that gives us actually 110 on each direction if that is the case. If not, you can just split your account in half and buy the option that allows you. Either way, you're going to make money on the way down. The only difference is if you buy a contract outside of what we buy, your delta is going to be either more or less. I'm actually, if I find the right confirmations, I'm actually going to buy more puts closer to in the money, or most likely in the money, like 397 puts myself if we go this route. That are in the money, but those are going to cost like $400, and then wherever it reverses at, I'm going to buy another call option in the money for the reverse back to the upside. Now how I expect this to play out is, with it being all-time highs, we do have a Fed meeting, so that's something that could go our direction or go against the grain. So definitely something to pay attention to, and how the market's reacting to that conversation. So what's going to happen is, typically what I'm expecting to happen is the market's going to open and the SPY is going to pull back on us, and about midday it's going to swing back to the upside, or it's going to break back out, and about midday it's going to swing down. So we would reverse our options, of course, and if we had to reverse our options, what I'll do is I'll put it in the Discord channel for the small account. If markets open high, what we'll do, and then if markets open lower. Now, the markets can open lower, hit a bottom, and bounce up. Of course, we're going to wait on our confirmations. We're not just going to jump into this head first as soon as the market's open and we're able to buy contracts. But I'll be putting that together on the side for you guys in the Discord channel. I'm going to be using the Discord mainly so that it doesn't get caught up in the Facebook chatter. That's the only reason we're doing this that way. And so any questions, ideas on how to do this a little bit better, feel free. I had a lot of work to do. I still haven't been able to build the tools I think we can utilize through the mobile app. The mobile app is on the Android store. You can look it up, Millennial Investments. And I have some design flaws that I got to fix because I built it for the Apple store. So just to let you know, Antoine, were you able to get into the Discord or not? I need to know if that link that Jeff sent you this morning worked for you or not. But I built the the app itself. It's a cross-platform infrastructure that I use. So when I build it, it works for Android and Apple. But I used an Apple simulator to build it, so I have to do some basically some design. It all works. I just have to do some better design. Give me 1 second, and I'll try to find you on here. I'm still getting accustomed to Discord myself, so I'm no expert in this at all as far as Discord goes. I'm trying to see how I even add people on here. So do me a favor, Antoine, share your really, you either, Jillian, share your Discord handle and the number, whether it be in this chat or you can do it in the Facebook chat. Jillian, are you in our Facebook chat either? I need to know that as well so you can communicate with us directly. Also, I see we have a few people in here. I really would like to know who's in here with us so I can kind of keep track of who's constantly joining us and who's not. If you can just let me know in the chat by saying good morning to everyone, and I'll give you a shout out, of course, for supporting the live stream. But back to it. If the markets open up and we find confirmation that it's going to continue moving up, then we're going to do calls. We're going to be looking at the 401 calls because it's under $100. So we can utilize that. We'll make about $24 for every dollar it goes up. But I really see this topping out at $3.97. It's already pulling back a little bit. So definitely something to watch. Moving forward, let me see. Trying to get you in there on the side here as well. What is that number? 80815. Okay. Yeah, it's not letting me find you on here for some reason. Of course, I don't even know how to do that, so I'm gonna have to figure out, man. Like I said, I got a lot to learn. You're not on my block list or anything like that. Let me add a friend. Oh, there you goes. Huh. Figured it out. 0815. So I sent you a friend request. Look on your Discord and I can get you in there. Shared it on Messenger. Julian, like I said, are you in our Facebook chat? If not, you can add me here on Facebook. And that goes for anybody. Feel free to add me on Facebook. And I will add you to our Facebook live chat. We're talking about trades all day. There you go. Got you in there, and let me get you in the server now. But be sure to send me a friend request. I'll add you to the Facebook chat. That way you can get some like quick live updates and things of that nature. And there you go. I just sent you an invite to the community now. See if you get that and let me know what happens. But moving forward, okay, cool. Moving forward, looking at doing probably the 401 option calls, but like I said, I highly doubt that the markets are going to push too much higher, so it's almost like non-beneficial. As you can see, QQQ is right there, but let's focus on the SPY because QQQ actually disappointed me all the way up until the end of market, which I called it to a T on our exit because I'm so used to trading futures and stuff like that. And we were able to capitalize on it and snatch some gains out of it and stuff like that. But it was just like, man, I expected that to hit like 320 yesterday. I was looking for 321 at tops, and it just didn't pull through for me. So let me see. I'm waiting for Julian to hit me up so I can get him in. Anyways, moving forward though. looking for this to pull back. As you can see, it topped out at 397, so I'm going to be watching that level. Let me pull it down on a smaller time frame for us so we can kind of see. What I'm looking at is these top levels of resistance. Of course, it's never traded here before, so I don't have any previous price action to see how it correlated with these price levels. And then what I would want to see is how it reacted if we were to come into this morning. Just to give you a quick overview, I can honestly get rid of some of these things for now, and we can always redo this again later. But what I want to see is, okay, we do a put on the spot right now. I want to see how it reacts to the 395. That's my confirmation that it, or 395.65 to be exact. It jumped down $1. I want to see how it reacts to that level. If it breaks through that support, then that's confirmation we're going back to the downside. If we're going back to the downside, then I'm looking for the 4-hour and finding some resistance right around. Nope. Give me a second. Let me spread that out for us too, so you can kind of get a clear view, and then I'll pull my indicators out so we can see it a little clearer. So it just let you in. Okay, cool. So you're there now. I'll get your permission set up and stuff. We're currently in the voice chat. You can hear me real time, ask your questions real time. I want to see if it breaks down below the 395. I'm going to look for support around the 392.65 for it to bounce back off of. If it bounces back off of that, we're going to get out of the put options and we're going to go back into calls. Okay, so if we were to buy these 388s, we'll make about $20 for every dollar it goes down. That's about $5, so that's $100 off the trade we could potentially make. And then we would play the calls back up, which if it drops $5, you can expect we can buy 397 calls almost near $1. So I'm looking in this range, and we ride that wave back to the upside. Even if we had to buy 398s just to catch the money on the upside, that's fine. But we're looking at $30 to $40 on the return, so it's $5 back, $5 back up potentially, and we can make up to about another $200 on the trade. And this is exactly what I was talking about in the Facebook chat of how I could have made $200-300 if I played the SPY right, or if I played, because I did a short intraday on the SPY. It broke down on us. I captured my daily minimum off of that, pulled out of it, and I didn't have the free capital to buy back into it in order to capture those gains back to the upside, which it went back up from, I want to say, like 391 to 397. So those $6 back to the upside, I could have made like $20-30 on the way back up. But you know, this is just how you can compound build a small account, and that's why we're doing this challenge. What's up, Shad? How you doing, man? I understand that. It's like I said earlier, it seems like my job doesn't start until the markets close. So I worked till 1-2 o'clock last night on some updates to the website, some updates to the automation delivery system. I'm really getting the Discord set up now, so all of our trade alerts, whether it be free or premium, are growing to the proper channels. Trying to build out the Discord and make sure that we have all the channels that we need there. I see we got about 3 people in the voice chat, so welcome everyone. I'm not sure if I can hear you. Yeah, I won't be able to hear you. I have you on mute, so if you're watching the live stream, let me know that you have a question, and I'll shut up, basically. I have to figure out, let me see, what I'll do is, actually, let me go ahead and get that running right while we're talking. But moving forward, that's the play. I think we're going to short this by intraday, let it drop about, even if it drops $3 to $4, that's fine, because we can catch the bottom and let it ride back up, unless we don't see the momentum swings back to the upside. Otherwise, we're just capturing our money, and you know, we're happy. I will go through for the next 15 minutes, I do want to look over our coffee and stock session watch list that we've been developing. Where do you change the audio? Oh, it's down. I'm looking at the wrong. Just to see how some of those plays are working out. I know a lot of people are still highly interested in those and how they're performing. So definitely want to look at that. I now have the feed from the Discord call going into the actual YouTube channel now. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Give me a second. Let me think. I can put my headphones on. Give me a second. All right. Antoine, can you hear me? Yeah, somebody else said that about their Robinhood. They were basically talking about how options play into their day trading restrictions. So, definitely an issue there. Actually recommend getting off of Robinhood as much as possible. Now, I know some people are on the call and watching the YouTube video, so if you can let me know, how that's actually working out for you, that'd be great. Oh, that's why I'm hearing myself. There we go. It'll be better for me that way. Okay, cool. Let me think. I'm still messing with this a little bit. Let me change my output on this. There's a way I can monitor it, at least. I don't know if I can monitor it or not. Monitor off. Yeah, there it is. Monitor only. Mute output. Okay, now I can hear you guys at the same time. Cool. So I'm glad we got that set up on the call and the YouTube. Okay, cool. A little lag, but it's fine. And that's kind of if you want. I don't know what's better for you, if you just watch it through the Discord or if you actually watch it from the YouTube channel, because it is in real time on the Discord, I believe. But now I can hear you guys without it interfering with my actual conversation here, and that way we can kind of you can let me know what the questions are. I can repeat them to everyone and then also give them an answer. But actually, it should feed through the YouTube live stream, actually. So I'm gonna pull down just a little bit on it, on the volume. Let's see. Looks like people hopped out anyways. All right, moving forward though, like I said, we have about 13 minutes before market opens, so I want to check out what that's doing on the coffee and stock sessions watch list and see how some of those have been playing out for us. We've been doing very well on basically identifying our levels. That's where we first started out with our coffee and stock sessions, identifying key levels and stuff like that. And then now we're actually going more in depth in our options, but I don't want to leave this work that we've done behind. So looking at TLRY, you saw this in APHA jump yesterday because New York is actually getting closer to legalization of marijuana. It's currently trading at $30. I saw the bounce off of 21. It would have been nice if we got some options on here, but I wouldn't buy options right now myself until I saw how it reacted to those $35 levels for TLRY. It looks like NXPI, which is a semiconductor manufacturer, it jumped about $16 yesterday, about 8%, which is nice for an option call there. ZOM is doing very well. It's at 262 pre-market, so it broke above those 235s that we were looking for. I'm going to see how it replays the resistance at the 291 levels before I think this will go any higher, just because it could triple top and break out. I'm not saying that it couldn't. And then, of course, you know, the expectation for their key product release is coming out end of the month. We're getting closer to that date now, so yay, Apple just hit me back finally. Another one we've been watching is NXTD. This is a crypto play. Hasn't been able to find the momentum to get back above 211, and that would be my confirmation that it is going to move higher, as it has had issues breaking those levels before. And if it does, then I expect it to retest at least those 360s. If not, to be a little bit more gracious about it, somewhere around the 305. So next in line is BCTX, was up 7%. It looks like this was one of those stocks that did a symbol change. I think one of the members brought it up. It looks like it's having resistance here if you're currently in that trade, so watch out for that 14 level. See if it continues to have rejections or if it's finally found the momentum to get back above it. And then pay attention to this this rejection right here at the 438 ultimately. Other than that, if it breaks all those levels, then we can expect this to continue higher to the 550. And then next we have CCIV. I'm catching up on the chat. I'm seeing you guys run through it a little bit. Anyways, we have CCIV. It's rounding off very well. I want to see how it's correlating with Tesla, because I think this is still a good buy, although I don't believe they actually even have a test vehicle on the ground yet. So if I were to play this, I would probably be looking at some calls on it. It doesn't look like it's running with Tesla anymore. As you can see, Tesla was weighing down on it before. Let me do this right here. Do that a little bit. And I'm going to see where their price ranges correlate. So looks like it might be ready to run back to those $40 levels. I wouldn't mind looking at some calls there. You want to see SNDL? It's actually on the list. It's at 262 the last I saw. Did I pass by it already? Yeah, I did. We ran through it already, Julian. It's currently trading at 173. Or did I pass it? I may have passed it. I'm not sure. Anyways. Oh, I started. The list wasn't at the top, so I'll have to go back to the top. It broke 155 yesterday, which is something I've been telling you guys to pay attention to. And then beyond that, it gapped up this morning. It looks like in pre-market above the 171. So you guys should be winning. I'm glad to see some of you guys recapturing those gains. Watch that 171 level and make sure we find support, because we've actually been above that level before and it wasn't able to hold support. Now that it has this momentum swing going into it, watch for it to find that support and continue to the upside, potentially to the $2. And that's where I really want to see it, is see how it retests those 228. So looking pretty strong. I think the results are starting to return for the people that have been holding this longer term, waiting for these moves to come into play. I know it's probably taken a little bit longer. I've never really downplayed SNDL, but I lost confidence in it there once it broke below that 115 level of support that it played before the initial breakout. I've been a strong supporter of SNDL because we alerted on it since 52 cents. But anyways, just watch those levels on it. Watch the 171, see if we can break out to 228 next. If you find rejection at 171, it goes back down. You might want to go ahead and capture some of the profits you've made back if you lost anything, and then potentially look for a re-entry, or scalp the trade at least and re-enter with your profits. LKCO was something provided by one of our members here. You have to follow the T2 rule. You trade takes 2 days. Oh, okay. Y'all are talking about Robinhood. LKCO actually hopped up to about $3. Actually at its peak, 386, but found some rejections around the $3 level. It looks like I haven't done any analysis on it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. The 299 is a strong level to pay attention to, with this currently swinging up. Current support level it needs to find support above is the 158, and that could be the catalyst to at least bring it back to the 219s at least, and retest those levels of resistance moving forward. So that'll be our midterm. Our top line is going to be that 299, and this is where we want to find support, right? And then this is our next level support that I'm going to identify here, which actually correlates very well because of the fact that it was resistance before, and after it hit that line, it broke out and it found support there again. That's good signals. So we want to see it if it's going to play resistance right here and pull back down, potentially give you a re-entry into it. As you've seen, it's gapped up about 30 cents, 30 to 40 cents yesterday's pre-market. So watch out for that going into today. If you're in this trade or interested in the trade, what you want to see is support above the 158 and then retest the 217. That'll give you about 30 to 40% on the trade. AMC broke above 1108 the other day. It traded all the way up to 14. Let me get the correct peak on it. 1449. And as you can see, that's kind of correlating with these levels of resistance that we kind of saw here before it gapped up some more. But of course, that was in that short squeeze play. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. That's a short squeeze play right there. So we see the rejection at the 1449. I would suggest going ahead and capturing what you can out of it. But I know a lot of people are going to be hard-headed and hold on to it. And I don't blame you. If you want make money, make money. But, you know, I'm just saying be wise in doing it. G-Tech bounced on us yesterday. I've been saying how this was a great buy zone into it in between these green lines here. And it actually bounced up to about $15 yesterday. So you would have been up about $2 on the trade. Pretty nice jump. And what I was looking for. I'm going to actually adjust this level here. It's actually offset. I don't know why. I probably looked at it on the lower time frame. But anyways, finding this support above the 1314 allows it to continue moving back to those $21 price levels. And I've had a lot of people in our comments on YouTube say that they, you know, got caught up here in these bags that they're holding at the top there. So just basically watch out for that. We already looked at SNDO. Let's look at DNN. We have about 5 minutes before market opens, so for you guys in the small account challenge, be ready to start looking at the SPY. What I'll do is I'll probably keep the live stream going till about maybe 9 o'clock, and then I'll hop off and keep the voice chat on the Discord running moving forward. That'll allow me to move around and do other things that I need to do, while we also wait to do our entry into the trades that we're sharing. But I've been spending a lot of time on these live streams, and I don't mind at all. But I have a lot to do with me single-handedly doing most of this stuff. If you want to help, feel free to let me know. But DNN is finding resistance around the 139. It, as you can see, has since bounced down. I want to see if it goes back to the $1 or if it can find the momentum to retest that level and finally bounce back up and hit that 163 again. We added RVLV over the past few days. Speaking of adding stocks to the chat, I know that somebody was talking about, where was it? RNGU, and then there were some others too, wasn't it? The SQQQ, and then QQQJ, and then TQQQ. So I'll actually spend the last few minutes on it. Since I missed that, and I apologize. What was it? SQQ. Let's see. Pro share short. So I don't necessarily know about this, because if I was getting into these trades, it would be mainly when the market had a lot of volatility and it was confirmed that there was an actual rotation to the downside. The reason I'm doing short-term, and I mean intraday short-term puts, is because I expect it to last very little time, right? So if we were, Justin, if we were looking at doing like calls or buying into these, like these would be for, this is how I would look at it, is basically utilizing those for the overall market's just pulling down heavy. But until then, I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm not really looking at those. QQQJ, exchange traded. Let's see how it correlates with the NASDAQ. It looks like it kind of follows it just a little bit. New price scale. Yeah, so this is basically buying like the SPY for the S&P 500, but at a very low price point. And QQQ, the NASDAQ, has a lot of recovery to do. The fact that it's only still sitting at 320 is a concern. I would expect this to like rebound heavy, as far as you know, headed back towards those 340 levels on the QQQ. but currently it's not showing strong momentum back to the upside. Ever since the tech rotation out due to increasing interest rates and people rotating out of tech into like finance and other things, it hasn't regained the steam that I expected it to have. I feel like there would have been a lot of pent up demand. And then to look at the last one real quick, and then Shad, we'll look at your request, and then the market's opening. So TQQ, Ultra Pro. Yeah, I mean I like these. They correlate with the Nasdaq. You can either buy better options on them, probably at cheaper price points, with the QQQ itself being up to $300 and stuff, and those options being so expensive. The market's just open. Let's get to the trades for the morning. Looks like the Nasdaq just actually spiked up a little bit on market open. As I said, I'm gonna pull in my momentum indicators. Ugh, I still didn't get that second cup of coffee. I need it, man. This is why I'm looking at shorting the SPY. You see the momentum loss on the 30-minute? That's gonna bleed into the 1 hour. Once the algos, and it's already trading at it was coming into there it goes. It's already starting to do it. So like I said, we could buy the 388s for $1. I'm gonna go ahead and buy one. I also need to manage the rest of my account because I think Neo's burning me a little bit. So it looks like it may have bounced up just a little bit for us for me to hop into that trade. I think I'm getting out of Neo. Neo is topping out at 45 and just dropped to 44.84. So burning a hole in my pocket is basically what it's doing. Yeah, I'm down like $22 today. It's fine. 25. I was able to capture my SPY call, my SPY puts. The 388 March 22nd SPY puts for about $1. I'm gonna ride those out for a little bit because I feel like it's really gonna lose some momentum here. And I'm gonna go ahead and hop out of Neo. I think Justin was in that with me. I'm getting out of it, bro. It's not performing. I can use that money elsewhere the rest of the day. Now I'm gonna go ahead and buy my SPY puts for 377 or 397 as well. This is on my personal account, by the way. I'm gonna wait just a little bit because it looks like it's trying to pick up. I'm gonna let it. I want it to hit 397 so I can buy it above 397. Come on, there it goes. All right. So it looks like it's gonna top out. I might go ahead and buy these $4. Oh well, I'm not gonna be greedy. If I make $50 on the way down, I make $50 on the way down, and that's fine. But ultimately, I think the SPY's gonna pull back. I think it's hit like a roadblock here. Let's see if it filled my order. Replace. I think it just did. So I just bought 398 puts. No, it didn't. Ugh. Did I just miss the opportunity? Yeah, it's already picking up, so I'm gonna pay a few more dollars for it, but that's fine. So I just snatched those. So what I just bought was 397 in the money puts. It's gonna probably tap 397 and pull back down. And what I'm gonna be waiting for is to buy reversals on the calls. So I'm gonna be looking to buy in the money call option, but as far as the small account challenge, we're gonna buy an out of the money put option. So let's see. It looks like I'm getting out of Palantir too because it cannot get above $27 quick enough. Looks like it's trying to pick up, but it's just not doing it. Yeah, it actually bounced above $27 and it's reversing. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop out of the trade, just capture what I can off of it, and use that capital elsewhere, probably on the markets. As you can see, the SPY is already falling down to 396.87. I expect this to pull down for a while today, and then I'm gonna hop out of it. So like I said, this is not long term at all. RMO is red across the board for me. And that's probably due to, let me see where Tesla is. I'm actually gonna cancel that. Give me that back, and then let me see. Yeah, Tesla just dropped to 700, so that's why RMO pulled down, which sucks because I was actually winning pretty big on RMO, and now I'm currently down. I'm only down like $21 on everything that I bought for it, so I'm not really stressing about it. But all the money I made off my warrants are negative now. I'm not really stressing about RMO. That's a long-term hold and longer-term play. Of course, I wish I would have bought more further out in the money calls. Now, if you weren't able to hop into the option contract for, I'll show you which one it was. We were looking at potentially buying the 388 for $1. You can get into it now because it's still teetering above 397 or so. Yeah, check the chat. Make sure you guys aren't saying anything to me because I'm over here doing some other stuff or looking at other stuff. We're seeing some momentum loss coming in on the SPY. Let me go ahead and track the markets overall and let you guys see that as well. As you can see, we already were having pullback from this morning. And ever since I just tracked it, it's showing some slight pullback. So we have a high score of 5. Typically, when we have that, we can see some pull downs. And that's why I feel like I'm going to be able to capitalize off of these options. And actually make up some of the money I lost from RMO pulling back on me. And even NEO and PLTR. So I'm only currently down, out of the 2 options I bought, I'm only down $4 right now while we're kind of teetering at these levels. That'll leave me with about half of my account to play with for the rest of the day to catch this on the way back up. So I'll be able to buy probably 2 out of the money calls, or in the money calls, right where it reverses, and then buy an additional $100 call with you guys so I can participate in the second round of the flip. You guys have any questions at all regarding this, feel free to let me know. I can hear you guys on the Discord call on my headphones, so feel free to chime in at any point. It won't disrupt the YouTube live stream at this time, but I can switch it where it can. Actually, what I'll do is, if you could, just put yourself on mute for now. It sounds like I'm hearing some background noise from the Discord call, and I think that's kind of feeding into the live stream. We're gonna watch the SPY a little bit more though. Yep, still continuing to see some momentum loss. What I'm gonna do is open up a new tab so I can see it a little closer in the time frames and still have my longer time frame sitting in front of me. There we go. All right, I figured out how to mute people myself. So let's see how we're doing on those SPY puts so far. So it looks like I only lost about $10, $11 to PLTR and NEO. I'm glad I got out of them because PLTR dropped it below 26.50 on me. Tesla pulled back, so NEO would have pulled back. Romeo's going to pull back because of Tesla, as I always tell you guys. Don't freak out about it. I think we're going to be all right with Romeo. As long as Tesla doesn't do anything stupid like it did before. That's definitely what we need to watch there. Currently only down $11 right now, so. Oh, man. So, guys on the small account challenge with me, who was able to hop in and who was not, if you can let me know. I know some of you guys are limited to what Robinhood will allow you to do. Um,
I got in.
you got in? Okay, cool. Yeah, the 388s are currently down about $4. My 397s are down about 12, as it kind of topped out there on the what is this, the 5 minute? Kind of showed some signs of picking up, but let me
I
see what
unfortunately,
what's that.
I said I couldn't get in on. I think I woke up late.
I mean, it's still an opportunity, a window to get into it. It's actually cheaper. You'd
Alright.
get in cheaper than I would. You'd pay about
So,
$97 right now.
so I'm looking at March 22 puts.
Yeah, March 22, 397 put or 388 puts. I'm sorry, is what we're doing, and it's looking like it's what's that?
Alright, I got in on.
Okay, we're gonna ride that down. I'm actually only down $2 now, as it's starting to lose steam on the 1 minute. 5 minute was showing potential for a pull up, but the longer time frames is what I'm paying attention to here. That being, I'm gonna put this on the one. I'm gonna put this on the 5. Put this on the 10, and then the 30 here. Yeah, so I'm only down about $5 on my puts that I've bought so far. U.S. equities is down 0.11% since we started, or no, down 0.05%. So we're kind of idling out a little bit. I want to see what the QQQ is doing too. It's at 321.57. So something that Justin wanted to look at was seeing where those call options would be that we bought yesterday. I'm going to share that with you guys now. Yeah, I could have bought those 388 puts, but that would have lowered my amount that I can buy back in. I would have to sell some of my RMO, and I just don't want to do that. We bought March 26th options. It looks like my computer's getting weighed down. My iMac. We bought those March 25 calls. We sold them for about $2. They're up to 3. They're up $100. It looks like. Ugh. But I I don't like risking overnight gap ups or gap downs or whatever. We could have held these. Theta would have been overtaken by what we bought into. I think I sold it for 225, 230 or something like that. So I would have been up another $100, but I'd rather not risk another $100 because I would have lost. If it would have went down, I could easily lose $100, just as much as I made $100 off of it. And I don't even think I made $100 off of it. I think I made like $20, $30 off the call. No, it bounced up. I can't remember what it was. We spent 200. Yeah, we made like $40 off of it. I can't really remember. I need more coffee. Like I said, I'm still sleepy. Was up late. All right, so Justin got in. I trade on Thinkorswim, Julian. If you're asking me, I love Thinkorswim. It's very versatile system. Can work for you how you need it to. So, to look back at the SPY, it's currently bouncing up. I think it's going to be temporary though. This level that it's bouncing up at was some slight resistance. It might bounce up just a little bit above it and then pull back down. But what is making me think that it's going to pull down is momentum loss on this 1 hour time frame right here. The fact that it's oversold, it's basically just conducting its current why can't I make this bigger? It's conducting a double RSI bounce is what I like to call it. As you can see, it's rode that. And there was something else I was just about to add. I can't even think about. What I would like to do is compare this to if we were to make calls versus the puts that we made. and keeping track of that too, because a lot of people are like, why would you do puts on the markets hitting all-time highs, so on and so forth. That's because the margin for it to bounce up is much lower than the margin for it to bounce down. And if we were to buy the 401 calls, I want to see where that ends up at the end of the day too, or when we sell. I think it was the 401s we were looking at. They're only up like $12 right now. So who all do we have on the live stream? If you don't mind, let me know. For everyone else, I know we have Antoine, Justin, and John, as well as Jeff in the Discord call. And I got people always hitting me up. If anybody knows how to disable people sending you messages on Discord, please let me know. So I'm tired of getting all these invites. How do I go back to my call? To these different servers, all these pump servers and stuff. Like, it's so annoying. Alright, so me myself, the actual 388 put should be down about $2.50, which is pretty good for the SPY to be up about 30 cents since we bought into it. I'm down about $3 right now. And then my 397 puts are down about $16, $17. So I'm not really stressing. It's still above my 5% suggested stop loss. I have a 10% sell threshold on this, so I'm willing to lose about $39 on this larger put. And what time is it? 8:46. But anyways, JJ425, are you on Discord? If you would, please join our Discord, because we're going to migrate over to our Discord after we finish this. Also, I think you're new here, so feel free to send me a friend request on Facebook, and I'll add you to our Facebook group chat that we have there as well. Let's see, copy link. Can I do this? Let's look through the coffee and stock session and see what's up. The watch list. QQQ hitting 322. I would love to buy some puts on it, but it might run. Tesla holding up above 700. BTC, Bitcoin still at 55,156. Somebody join us? Got you. Cool. Let's see. Answer me this. If I mute you, are you unable to mute yourself? Are you able to unmute yourself? Because I don't want to have to mute anybody. I'd actually let you manually do it with this now being heard on the YouTube live stream. I just don't want any background noise as much as possible to provide some clarity. Looking at the SPY real quick. Let me see what we're doing. Alright, so it was due to this 5-minute bounce here. And we're looking at a potential 10-minute bounce, but I think it's going to go in an oversold status, and then we should see this like down about maybe 10 o'clock. We'll be looking at getting out of this trade. I'd love to catch some more of these puts on the way up though as well. Looks like it's bouncing pretty hard. I'm still only down about 388. If you guys can give me an update on where you are.
I'm down. I'm down.
Okay. So it's not moving that much. That's good. We can allow it to do this. I mean, honestly, if you had a personal account, I would try to collect it on the way up. More on the way up. That's what I'm looking at doing, because the higher it goes right now, the harder it's going to fall when it breaks loose. Mm, 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 mm.
Yeah, all the
Sound pretty good right there.
there we go. Is that better?
Yes, yes, indeed. Thank you. What were you saying now?
I was saying that the free capital that I have right now is rolled up into
Those
the group
fractionals.
challenge there. So
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, so it looks like it's picking back up. I'm only down 150 right now. So, yeah, I'm eager to go ahead and snatch more puts at these higher levels. I'll make some more gains on the bottom. I figured we were gonna hit that 792, 397.32 and bounce down. Um, haven't seen that just quite yet. I'm actually down $100 due to Neo and PLTR and Romeo being so far down today.
yeah, Romeo. I'm down on Romeo and CCIV today too.
What I want to see is Romeo hit that 1356 level. If it breaks that support level, I'm gonna get out of the trade temporarily.
Yeah.
But it looks like it can be bouncing off of the what is that, the 34 EMA on the 30 minute. Still needs some momentum though to keep pushing higher. So hopefully I can recapture some of those. Let's see how the SPY reacts to this 397.32 as well. As you can see, it's kind of coming down there. This is what I'm expecting to happen is that this 5 minute chart we're looking at right here is going to be a fake out versus a breakout, right? So everybody's ecstatic that the market's hitting all-time highs. You're seeing people buy in. And the concern about this is that people see all-time highs and they go head first and buying more stocks up, right? But then the market pulls back on you and you're caught buying these stocks at these high price levels. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy, the psychology and all this at this point, and how people are getting caught up in the hype of things. Like if you look at this on the 1 minute, it's about to break 32. Yeah, so I want to see how it reacts to that top EMA, which is this right here that's riding on. But it looks like it's trying to rebound off of it. But I think the momentum is just going to kill it, and it's going to come down. It might do a double RSI bounce. It really didn't go oversold on the 1 minute right there. But I pay attention to that all the time to see how many times a stock will go oversold, and then, or not even a stock, just anything in the market goes oversold, and then pulls down, and then bounces back up. It happens almost all the time. So if it does happen again, we could actually see this bounce a little bit higher before it actually falls back down. And it basically will do like a falling knife type setup at that point. Another confirmation that this is going to work for us is you see this top EMA line that it's been riding on. If it starts breaking and losing support below that 34, then it's definitely coming back down. And my expectations is we might land somewhere around the 395. Like I said earlier, I want to see how it reacts to, I think, the 395.62, and then from there go down all the way potentially to the 3. I want to see how it reacts to the 394 from there. So these are just steps that I'll be watching for in our reversal. But what I want to see it do is drop to 392 ultimately, and that's the strongest level of support so far, or what I expect to be the strongest level of support. And as you can see, it looks like we're breaking back down below 397 here shortly, as it was a fake out as I expected. And if you're looking at my screen now, you see how it turns yellow? It lets me know when it's crossing over those EMAs for me, which I love, so I can kind of identify this. Yeah, I'm down $100 on RMO. I could definitely use that $600 elsewhere right now, like in these swing trades. Oh, it broke 356. I'm hopping out of RMO for now. I could see how it reacts to these 1331s, because that's on top of an EMA. But that's because Tesla broke 700. So I forgot about this AAB thing that we were looking at too as well. I have some money I could probably put into it if I'm getting out of RMO for now. I might sell my option on it and keep my warrants and my yeah, I have like $222 stuck in an option, and that's where I'm losing the most versus outside of my warrants. Of course, my warrants are down pretty heavy, or down the same actually, rather. Let me see. What was I looking at? AAB. B. So there goes that double RSI bounce that I was talking about that I figured would happen. For those of you that are watching and you're in AAB, watch out for a momentum loss here. You might want to snatch some of those profits. I'm seeing momentum loss on the 5-minute with the 30-minute following.
Hey, Tim, did I catch said you're jumping out of RMO on that call?
Say what now?
Were you jumping out of that RMO call?
Yeah, out of my call for now. It kind of picked up though, so I'm kind of watching it a little bit. I just know I could utilize that capital elsewhere, you know what I mean? Oh, no, it didn't. It didn't jump up at all. It actually went down more. Yeah, I think I'm going to hop out of the call, keep my equity, and then my warrants as well for now. The warrants are actually picking up, but my call is just getting ate up right now. Now we're watching that double RSI bounce that I was alluding to. It's going to pick back up, like I said, a little bit higher, and then it might fall. And that's somewhere I can use this 225 elsewhere in capturing some of these put options on the SPY myself personally. But I want to see how it reacts right at these levels, the SPY itself, at these 397.56s. Of course, I could keep my RMO calls and probably make some money back on it. Cool. But I could probably make a lot more money on these SPY puts. And that's something that I consider all the time. And I can always go back in and buy those RMO calls. It's below $14. I'm comfortable with those levels, and that's why I'm willing to constantly jumping in and out of put options there. Call options there. So I'm so stuck on doing puts for this SPY right now. Let's see what I want to do. Let me do some calculations real quick. Pull that back over. Yeah, see how it's kind of getting stuck there at the 397.50. 964. I need $100 to go back to the small account challenge. I could buy in the money calls. About $300 is where it's gonna ride, and then that'll leave me with $564 that I can buy. Even if I wanted to do 600 on this, that'll leave me with 264. Okay, what I can do is 300, and that'll give me 564 to play with. Man, I can do something with that. I can buy $400 puts and let this ride all the way down. I'm gonna do it. There it goes. So I just bought some $556 $400 March 24th puts on the SPY. It's rounding off now. It looks like we might be losing that momentum here. Let me see what the 10-minute looks like. Yeah, that's oversold on the 10-minute. 15. 1 hour, 2 hour. Hmm. All right, I'm not sure who's still on the live stream. I think all the people that are on the live stream are actually in our Discord call. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop off the live stream for now, and you can see my screen through the Discord call moving forward. Okay, guys. If you're on here, be sure to add me on Facebook. I'll add you to the Facebook chat. And then I'll also be sure to join our Discord. You can find it in the chat as well. So that you can join our Discord call moving forward so we can track the small account challenge. Otherwise, thank you for watching us on YouTube. Guys, feel free to join us every morning at around 7:15. A little bit late. Okay. We got somebody in there that wants to stay on. Here, add me on Facebook, man. There you go. Here, add me on Facebook. And then here's the Discord community. I'm not sure if you're on Discord or not, and that's why we have two. We have the Facebook and we have Discord. But you can join us on either one. I would suggest Discord right now because we're actually doing a call for our small account challenge. And there's an invite to it. So, but yeah, being on YouTube just keeps me restricted to my desk versus being on an actual Discord call. I can move around. I don't have to be in front of a camera. So that's why I wanted to kind of do this this way moving forward. Looking at the daily trade log tracker, I want to show you guys something. And it only solidifies my expectations. We're seeing some overall market pullback. Although the U.S. equities are up slightly, just a little bit. They're not just jumping, especially with the SPY hitting all-time highs. That makes me feel like it's not going to run too much higher myself. That's why I'm putting as much money down on it as I am. Now, it'd be great if J-Powell came in and said some crazy stuff and sent it to the ground again. But then that would cause issues for people holding on to equities and would suffer from that. So I'm not going to wish that on anyone. It looks like we might have everyone in here now. Kale, is that how you say it? Kale Cox? Is that you, Bear? Is that your handle name? Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and close the live feed on YouTube. If you're still on here, like I said, I just shared the links for Facebook and Discord. Feel free to join us on Discord and add me on Facebook as well. But I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here, guys. Oh, okay. Got you.